Outside Ukraine's National Olympic Center, there are still sandbags. They're a leftover from when Russian troops were at the gates of Kyiv. Today, faith in the capital's air defenses means the bomb shelters are rarely used. But the sirens still affect those training here, especially when they've got family living in the east, like Elizaveta Litvinenko.
If you know there's a rocket flying, you can't concentrate on your training because you're thinking about what might happen. Whereas the Russians can calmly train in safety without worrying that their family might be in danger.
The hardest thing for me is that my father is serving. He's in an ambulance unit bringing out the wounded, so he's not directly taking part in the fighting. But he's in a dangerous place every day.
Bogdan Yadov, like all Ukrainian athletes, is against Russians participating in the games even as neutrals. And especially in judo, Vladimir Putin's favorite sport. Both he and Elizaveta are skeptical, though, about the Russian leader's claims to be a black belt.
Have you seen him? No way. 100% no. I think he just puts on a kimono and shows off in it for PR purposes.
I don't know how good he is. I never watched him, but we have a few founding principles in judo, which is to respect people. It seems to me that even if he did practice judo, he didn't learn those rules. He doesn't know them.
Georgy Ivanitsky agreed to meet us at the nearest stadium to the front line where he is fighting. It's the closest this former world champion archer will get this summer to the atmosphere of the Olympics. He chose instead to serve in the National Guard.
If it weren't for the war, I'd be taking part in international competitions. But today I understand I'm needed here. I'm defending my country. They gave me the military call sign Cupid, but I try not to advertise my sporting past too much because it's awkward. When people Google me and see that, whoa, that kid really achieved something.
He agrees, though, that sporting success can be important for the country's morale.
I wish success to everyone who is trying to show that Ukraine is strong, not only on the battlefield, but also in sport. Actually, I support all athletes from all countries, except you know who.
And he's off back to the trenches. Not all Ukrainian servicemen have had to give up on their sporting careers. We head to the mountains of southern Poland to meet Ukraine's wrestling team, who are training here. Most of them are in the armed forces. Not so long ago, Volodymyr Yakovlev, here in blue, was dressed like this.
When the war started, we were taken to base for training, with machine guns, so to speak. We were there for about 5 months, in the army, and then they started letting us out again for sports, training, and competitions.
That Ukraine's military lets athletes go on extended leave reflects the value the country places on sport. For the same reason, Jan Belenyuk, who won gold at the last Olympics, has been allowed time off from his day job as a member of parliament.
Right now, athletes using the Olympics as a platform to promote pro-Ukrainian narratives can do many times more than the MPs inside the parliament building.
Belenyuk, whose Rwandan father was killed in the genocide there in 1994, has been one of the most vocal campaigners against Russians taking part in the Games.
This whole neutrality idea is fake. In Russia, there are no neutral athletes. If they live on the territory of Russia, they don't have any independence. They're prepared to do whatever the Kremlin tells them. That's the nature of the regime.
2 Russian wrestlers who attended a pro-war rally with Putin have been excluded, but 10 others qualified. The Ukrainians are hoping they may yet drop out of their own accord. But if not, they'll just do their best to beat them.